and Jill went up the hill, Robin, to fetch a pail of water.
Yep.
Jack fell down, and he broke his crown. And Jill came tumbling after. That's what you learn as a kid. And you don't got to worry about it until you get older. Then you start really falling. Right? You fall into your wife, she falls into you, you're in the hospital, and you say, now I know what a crown is. It's about time. After all these years, I figured it out. All right, let's get serious here, because we're going to talk to our friend Dr. Adam Hunt. He is the guest of our friend Lauren Debick, who travels the world lately. And
she's wonderful.
So do you have an escape plan for the hurricane, either of you? Good morning, both of you.
Good morning. How you doing?
Do you have an escape plan for the hurricane? Are you going to get out of town?
In place.
Hunker down.
Hunker
Netflix binging.
There you go.
Netflix binging.
That's it.
You're not going to watch the Weather Channel? Everybody's like staring at the Weather Channel. How's your car? You have gasoline in your car?
Full tank.
Working
Good job.
on it.
Do you know there's an app to tell you which gas stations have gasoline right now?
What's it called?
It's called tracker.gasbuddy.com. Yes.
Down.
Yeah, definitely write it down because it really worked this morning.
Yeah,
It really,
gas
yes.
stations are out.
Yeah, if you don't have an app, you're just driving blind. You don't know, but the app will help you. Yeah.
We
But don't-
appreciate it. Thank you.
Don't drive looking at your phone.
Also true.
Oh no, good thought. Good thought.
So good to see both of you, Dr. Hunt and Lauren. So we're talking about falling down,
Yes, sir.
right? And I was having fun with the Jack and Jill rhyme, which is children. But when children fall, they seem to be okay. When we get older, that's when it starts to be a problem, right?
Correct. Definitely correct. It's a big thing when you're beyond the advanced ages of about 65. It's one of the leading
Oh, I'm
causes.
fine.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
If
Still
I
got a
could
couple more
fall right
years.
now, it wouldn't matter.
If you fall, you do want to get checked out. Though.
Yeah? Okay.
definitely.
Okay. You know what? That's a good point. I hate to be silly and then have to jump into something serious. But remember that lady? She was she a skier or something? And she fell and she said, "Oh, I'm fine." And then she died that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're right. Go get checked.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We had a friend that did that too.
Yes.
Yeah, he fell on his vacation. He fell on his way to the hotel. I guess he hit his head on the concrete. And then his wife said, "You okay?" He goes, "Yeah, don't worry. I don't need to go." And he died. Just crazy.
Wow.
You know what happened to Tish? It did. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she fell in the parking lot here. I forgot. We had right here.
Yeah. She
but
was disoriented.
Fortunately, she didn't die, but she had, what do you call it? Bleeding on the
Yes.
brain?
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to take all your time talking about those
No,
things.
no, it's okay.
I'm just trying to shift from silly to serious. So what do you do to prevent falling?
To prevent falling, you have to mitigate the risk, and that's very important to do. A lot of people don't know how to do that, so here at Ocala Regional, we provide certain services to help you find that. You can fall-proof your home. You can fall-proof
really?
areas around your home, and some of the best ways is, improve your lighting, remove cords, different things of that nature, rugs. Pets can be a trip hazard. I have 2 dogs and
Yeah,
a
you
cat.
told me.
Yep, I do.
Yeah. No hedgehogs, though.
No hedgehogs. I might invest in fish because they're not quite a fall hazard.
Yeah.
I might invest in fish because they don't make you sad when they die. They're just dead. You flush them down the toilet and you're fine with them.
That's true. Unless you get circus fish, they last a while.
They do, but are you sad when they die?
Yeah, pretty.
Yeah. Oh, you are, Lauren. You are.
Yeah, it's still a pet.
But you still you eat them too, no? Not your own, but I mean, I guess if I had a cow, I'd be sad if it died too, and I eat that.
Yeah, I would eat that too.
Do you offer a class for people to come in to have fall awareness prevention?
Absolutely. Every second Friday, I teach a class. It's the Slips, Fall, and Preventions class. It's hosted at the Senior Wellness Center on Top of the World.
Okay.
If you want information on that, you can be free to contact me. I will give my contact information out for everyone to see and have. You can reach me by phone as well. I'll definitely put that out there. It's on our website for us to find.
Do you go to the homes to kind of look to see where the fall hazards might be?
We don't necessarily do that.
Okay,
But
okay.
you could call your local fire department. or fire rescue, and they will come on full profit home for you.
Yeah. Don't picture this, but when I get out of the bathtub, that's when I'm afraid I'm going to fall.
Yes.
Just don't picture it. I always put a towel down so that because I have a tile floor in my bathroom, and so the towel is my slip prevention thing.
Gotcha. Well, you should definitely have a non-skid rug. It's very, very important to have in the bathroom.
Yeah.
The kitchen is the second most popular place for people falling.
Yes.
You have to watch out for that.
Oh my gosh, mayonnaise, right down.
And be messy when you're making your sandwich.
Well, when you talk about the kitchen, a lot of people spend a lot of time in the kitchen cooking, and then they get these mats that are really thick, so they cushion their feet, but then they put a rug over it.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. It does cause a trip hazard. Matter of fact, females are the number one, victims of falls, especially beyond the advanced age of 65.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why
they
is
fall.
that?
Yeah, why
because
is there?
they're literally probably more active in those particular areas.
Oh, that's right. We just keep sitting.
Yeah.
Bring me another beverage, sweetheart.
Definitely. Females at the age of 65 and that advanced age, they're a little bit more mobile. Also, they lack, certain vitamins of calcium. And
I was going to ask you about that, actually. Yeah.
That's always seemed to be the follow-up question along when I say that.
So is that something you can prevent with a supplement?
You could do calcium supplements to help augment that, as well as vitamin D. It's a great source of that. Or you can just do it holistically. If you do yogurt, Greek yogurt's really good with that. Whole milk.
Greek yogurt?
Yes, Greek
I
yogurt.
haven't had that. Is that good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What kind of yogurt do I normally get? What is Dannon? Is that Greek?
I don't believe it's Greek. I think it's just regular. They do make a Greek yogurt, though.
They do?
It does.
Okay.
My mom gets that. It's really good.
I like it. It's a little tangier than regular yogurt.
Yeah.
But it
it's
tastes
really
great.
good.
Yeah.
So is there a way to measure? I mean, can you do some kind of a test and see if our bones need extra supplements or something?
There's a bone density test you could possibly do
Oh,
at a
okay.
hospital. But, normally, predictably, according to medicine, by the age of 35, the bones start to lose their density.
So Jack fell down and broke his crown. That's the head, right?
Correct.
What about the hip? You hear about people with hip replacements a lot. Is
Yes.
that because they're breaking them?
When you, again, advance the age of about 65,
Yeah.
the hip, the wrist, the elbow, any of those socket-based joints seem to be the most fragile.
Yeah.
They tend to break.
Yeah.
So does weight play a very important role in this?
Absolutely. So if you stay physically fit, your chance of actually probably breaking your hip is slim. Then being a little bit obese or a little bit overweight and falling, you're definitely going to damage yourself.
I like the word slim when you talk about the chances of doing damage if you're skinny.
Yeah, it's still slim.
It still works. It's a good word. It's a good word.
But now people don't recuperate really quick, because after a fall, then you have to do other things like therapy, and that seems to take longer.
It can, it's a progressive therapy. But, if you're going to slip and fall, definitely let your doctor know. A lot of folks fear the advantage of actually losing their independence.
You've got a real gentle voice. Yeah.
I try to keep calm. I won't scare anyone.
You sing? Do you sing?
I do not sing.
That sounds like a singing voice, doesn't it, Lauren?
If I sing, Lauren would fall. I don't want that to happen.
I bet you have a good bedside manner. I bet your patients just like listening to you.
I don't necessarily see patients all the time.
Oh, you don't?
No. When I generally go out in the public, I talk to a crowd of folks, so it's like more
Oh,
like
really?
giving a lecture. So when you talk in a lecture type voice, I can be a little bit more animated
Okay.
and be a little bit more loud. But I
Right.
generally, when I'm doing a radio talk show, I don't want to do that.
So if I go to a home where somebody might fall out, will I see, for example, like in our restrooms here, we have the bar right next to the toilet.
Correct.
But normally in home, you don't have that. Could you, or would you recommend somebody put that in their home?
Absolutely. If you're at risk of falling, or if you've fallen once before, definitely fall-proof your bathroom, fall-proof your kitchen. Try to fall-proof your home as much as possible. Your risk of falling, it kind of triples at that rate.
Earlier, you were talking about losing independence. Does that mean that if something happens and the elderly person breaks something, they won't be able to drive anymore? Or does it go beyond that and they need to go to a facility to live?
Not necessarily. A lot of the folks that we see in advanced age are independently living. There's measures to keep yourself that way so you can still hold your independence. And that's fall-proofing your home, mitigating the risk, looking at all these things that will potentially cause you harm or bodily, harm. So what you want to do is bring someone out to your home that's a professional, have them take a look at it. Immediate things that you can do yourself, again, is to get rid of those rugs, get rid of those loose cords that are hanging about. Use the engineering measures that are in place. So if you have a cane, you can't walk around like Charlie Chaplin and, don't use it for what it's used for.
Right.
Walkers and things of that nature, use the walker as necessary, as prescribed by your particular doctor.
Dr. Adam Hunt is who you're listening to, and he is the prevention coordinator of trauma services at Ocala Health. Fall by, I thought it was fall as in the season. We're talking about fall prevention awareness. Lauren Debick she's who invited him, and she's the manager of marketing communications at Ocala Health. We're up against the break. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Thursday will be humid with clouds and sun, a shower or thunderstorm in spots during the morning hours, and a couple of thunderstorms are likely during the afternoon and evening hours, high 87 to 91. Partly cloudy later Thursday night, lows in the mid to upper 70s. For Friday, partly sunny and becoming breezy with a shower or thunderstorm around, mainly in the afternoon, the high 87 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
How would you like to win a new home and make a difference for Hospice of Marion County, the only not-for-profit hospice in the county? On Top of the World and Hospice are offering you a chance to win a brand new home right here in Ocala. All proceeds benefit Hospice of Marion County. Purchase your raffle entries for a chance to win a brand new home for only $100 at homefreeprize.com. The more you buy, the better your chance of winning. For complete rules and regulations and to purchase your entries, visit homefreeprize.com. That's homefreeprize.com. Certain restrictions apply. Must be 18 years of age or older to enter. Visit homefreeprize.com for complete rules and regulations.
All prizes donated. No purchase or contribution is necessary to win. Random drawing to be supervised by an independent auditor and held at 6 p.m. on November 2nd, 2017 at Circle Square Cultural Center, Hospice of Marion County, 3231 Southwest 34th Avenue, Ocala, Florida, 34474. Visit homefreeprize.com for complete rules and regulations.
Hi, I'm Big Daddy Don Garlitz, asking you to support adoption by purchasing a Choose Life license plate from your county tag office. You know it costs a lot to give a child life. Many times a woman is forced to make a bad choice because of financial pressures. Help save the lives of the unborn children by aiding women whom choose life instead of abortion. Take a stand for life. Purchase your Choose Life license plate today. For more information, go to chooselife.org or call 352-624-2854.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you. If you or a loved one is suffering with knee, shoulder, neck, back pain, or tennis elbow and would like to learn how to get out of pain, go to Regenetic.com. Then listen in on the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. to the people that give you the regenerative medical solutions to your pain. Regenetic, first and third Thursdays, 10 a.m. here on WOCA 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. The Source, Regenetic.com.
All right, 19 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Dr. Adam Hunt is here. He is the prevention coordinator of trauma services at Ocala Health. We're talking about fall prevention and what you can do to prevent yourself. Once you fall and you break something, you got months, maybe even years, maybe the rest of your life dealing with it. That was my mom's story, by the way. I should tell you that little story. And Lauren Debick is here. She's the manager of marketing communications at Ocala Health. So my mom was babysitting some dogs, and she went out, and there was 2 dogs, and she was up there in age already. Wasn't she maybe 70 at the time?
Yeah.
Or so? And she was pulled and fell and was laying in an ant bed before somebody found her.
Oh, wow.
And broke her hip in the process. That's kind of where my question earlier came from. And basically, it was something she lived with the rest of her life. She lived to 94 or so. And it was just, she was able to walk, thank goodness, but it was a preventable fall because, we love our dogs and we think, they'll be fine. but they see a rabbit or a squirrel, they pull your arm and you're down,
They're off on the races.
Except me, I don't get pulled down. That's not true. That's not true. I have fallen. Oh my gosh, I fall over my feet.
Gotta be careful, man.
So is that part of it too? I mean, is it the right shoes? Do you
Absolutely.
recommend that?
Absolutely. Hard bottom soled shoes, very important. If you've fallen before, try to not wear backless heels. I don't suggest that you wear those either.
I don't think I do.
But if you're a female and you've fallen before, backless heels is probably not a good option for you. Just some comfortable shoes that you can kind of feel your feet within the shoe, no sliding within the shoe. Just a nice, comfortable fit.
There's no good falling. So how come they call it falling in love? Why didn't they come up with another word like rising in love or something?
I have no idea.
I just thought about that.
Valid question.
That is a pretty valid.
When Robin and I play music, we play music at the assisted living facilities. We get to this one beautiful French love song, and I say, have any of you ever fallen in love? Nobody wants to admit it. They never. No, I'm not. Anyway, in love right now? Nobody. I'll say, you know what? I think I am in love right now. So I'm going to play a love song. And then, I'm in love too. Same thing happens with Hava Nagila. Anybody Jewish in here? No, nobody Jewish in there. And then we say, I'm Jewish. Oh, me too.
And Dr. Hunt, you do speaking engagements around our community.
Yes, I do. I do have a couple scheduled coming up. I'll be speaking at the Windsor on, I think it is September 22nd. I also have another event coming up this Friday. I'll be speaking at the Senior Wellness Center on top of the world at 2:30 p.m. We do that one every second Friday.
That to me is such a great offer that you have. I can just imagine the benefit. Just even the staff might not realize that there are certain things. There was an episode. Do you remember that ABC show called, was it Extreme Makeover or something like that? That crazy guy. I mean, everybody loved this guy. And we had him on the show one time.
Yeah, we did.
What was his name? Do you remember his name?
I can't recall.
With the spiky hair.
I can't recall.
Remember that guy?
Bus, move that
and he said,
bus.
move that bus, that guy. Well, he did a house. There was a guy in Tampa, I think, that was worked at a Radio Shack, and he got shot. The place was robbed, and he got shot, and he went blind as a result of it. So they redid they tore down his house and rebuilt the house. And in his case, because he had been blind and he wasn't, used to it because it was new for him, they fixed his whole house so that it was fall proof. It was a big part of that episode.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so I often wondered if that wouldn't be good for many of us.
It is. Again, mitigating the risk for falls is very, very important. There are certain consequences that come with falls. Actually, there's a financial cost that comes with falls.
Yeah, right.
There is that fear of losing your independence. We talked about that once before.
Yeah.
A number of other things that need to be checked out after a fall happens. You can run into heart disease, looking into other conditions.
From a fall?
Absolutely.
Really? How?
Yeah. I mean, some of those things are connected. Fragile bones again, osteoporosis, a number of different things happen. You have to look at those conditions.
What when you do your speaking engagements, what is the question that you hear the most from those in attendance?
How significant are falls here in Marion County?
Oh,
significant.
And
yes, how significant.
My!
And it is the number one leading thing that we see in our trauma hospital, probably around Marion County. It is the number one mechanism of injury.
Really?
And unintentional death. So you really have to be careful.
It's the number one cause of unintentional death is falling?
Correct.
Really?
Yes.
Is it because they don't get help right after the fall? Was it like before, we talked about before, where you fell and you said, oh, I'm okay, and then they don't wake up the next morning?
Sometimes that is the case. Other times it's not being aware of actually having a system of a call mechanism. So basically, if you fall, you're not getting in touch with your family or an emergency, places in time, things happen. A person can bleed out. There's a number of different things that can happen.
So talk about that a little bit. Do you guys have a system or like a phone thing?
We don't particularly, but I do talk to people about in their homes. So like you have a call roster next to the phone. You have those little life alert assistants. So if you fall and
like
you can't
a necklace
get up,
or something? Okay.
That automatically calls 911 for you. There's a number of different things you can do and other devices you can have in your home that helps you if you were to happen to fall.
So we talked about the possibility of tripping over dogs, but are there some dogs that are trained
Oh,
to
there-
maybe alert somebody if you fall or something?
Absolutely. There are trained dogs that know how to do these things. I don't know exactly where you would recommend to get your dog trained for that.
Right.
But there are specialized dogs for that. Just like seeing eye dogs, there's dogs for just about anything.
Yeah, I know. It's
Incredible animal.
It's amazing, yeah. I know.
Usually around the home, you get so used to everything being in one place
Absolutely.
that you're on autopilot. So then even in the night times, you don't put your lights on. But lighting to me is very important.
Absolutely. You got to have proper lighting. You know, I know in some homes, also, and when we do some of our speaking engagements, we give out night lights. Very important.
Oh.
You know, it's almost like a death march if you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're
Yeah.
running on autopilot.
Yeah.
Nature calls, you got to get to the bathroom, and you're not looking what's going on between A to Z.
Did you hear
Yeah,
the story the other
exactly.
day? This guy had a $20,000 collection of Legos, and he woke up and somebody had stolen the whole thing.
Wow.
And I said, well, I know how to find it. Just turn off the lights. I always find Legos. You just walk around barefoot, you will find the Legos.
Absolutely. Probably would. It's definitely.
There's also pride that fits into things like that because when a person's up in age, they don't want to hold hands or hold somebody's arm.
Absolutely. And again, that has to do with that independence we talked about. You know, not wanting to let go
Oh,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But think about it in the way of you're still maintaining your independence, you know? And what's a better way of showing that you've fallen in love? Holding hands. Nothing absolutely.
Yeah, but sometimes it's with,
That's it.
you know,
Yeah, you know.
another man. Yeah,
Gotta be careful.
When I worked at the assisted living facility, this is exactly true. I would take the men to the grocery store, or take all of them and they wouldn't want to bring their walker because they were ashamed, or their cane. They said, it's okay, I'll use the shopping cart as my, okay. And I'll say, okay, but let me hold your hand. They had no problem holding my hand, a man holding my hand to get to the shopping cart.
Absolutely.
But they didn't want to be seen with a cane. I'm saying you're more embarrassed with a cane than you are holding a man's hand. So you could be my grandson at that time. Now I know what I'd be. But
Definitely. There's stigma around using certain engineering tools to walk.
Isn't that crazy?
It is, but we have to get beyond that. And nowadays, you can stylize your cane.
Oh my gosh, isn't that something?
that's a
pretty
great
cool.
T-shirt slogan.
Hey, right?
Nowadays, you can stylize your cane. People would wonder what that meant.
Absolutely.
I would wonder.
I mean, you could definitely. I've seen canes that have military, patterns on them.
Gosh.
There's a guy, a veteran, who carves. Do you know him?
Don.
Don.
Actually, yeah.
Williams.
Do you know Don? Mm-hmm. Have you seen his carvings?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, have you seen him, Laura?
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing, right? It's better than that flamingo back there,
What you got going on?
right? He's got. I mean, that's just a plastic thing, but he can carve out of wood these amazing things, right?
Sports too. People like to remain physically active. They'll
Correct.
go golfing. They'll go bowling, play tennis. How do you say they can still participate in activities like that, but they have to limit themselves?
Gotcha. So there's great exercises to strengthen the bones, also the muscles. Tai Chi is a great one for balance. Qigong is another one. It's a certain soft martial art style.
Do you do that? Are you into martial arts?
I am into martial arts a
You
little.
look like you might be.
Nice.
I do a little.
Soft spoken, but can kill me.
I won't talk about that on the radio.
All right, so I want to make sure people know how to get a hold of you. So I think the big message here is just to do whatever you can to prevent yourself from falling. And if you want to educate your population, maybe you're the activities director at a facility, invite Dr. Hunt to come out and give a presentation. How do we do that? Lauren, do you want to give a number? Or?
We'll give the number to our overall events. So Adam mentioned a few different events he's going to be speaking at, and then we'll also give his email address. So if someone wants
Okay.
to reach out to him directly, they can. So the number for events is 1-800-530-1188, and you can get the listing of the injury prevention events that we have coming up.
Awesome.
Okay, and your email?
Yes. My email is adam.hunt, 2. Make sure you put the number 2. If you don't put the number 2, you're going to contact some guy
It's another
somewhere
guy.
off in North Dakota somewhere at hcahealthcare.com.
Okay, Dr. Hunt and Lauren, thank you both for coming in here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Stay safe this weekend. Go get some gas.
It's happening.
I'll show you on the app. I'll show you which ones I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back.